The cold, dark void of space stretches endlessly as the emergency distress signal cuts through the silence. The signal is weak, crackling with interference, and barely reaching the nearest relay station. A voice comes through, strained and urgent. This is Captain Celine Foster, calling all nearby fleets. We need help. The Zalvar are here. The transmission is garbled, filled with static, but the fear in her voice is unmistakable. As the signal struggles to break through the galaxy's vast emptiness, the scene zooms in on her face aboard the human flagship, Resolute. Her eyes are locked on the command screens, scanning for any sign of the enemy. A quiet tension fills the room, broken only by the soft hum of the ship's systems. Behind her, the massive window reveals the endless black of space, but something is different. There is a strange shadow out there. Something huge, lurking just out of sight. Approaching fleet, estimated size, unknown, a voice calls out from the communications desk. A flicker of worry crosses Celine's face. She doesn't need a confirmation, she can feel it in her gut. The enemy is here. The colony, Outpost Alpha, is a small human settlement on the edge of known space. It was supposed to be a peaceful outpost for scientific research, far from the galactic wars that the rest of the galaxy was tangled in. But today, peace was shattered. The Zalvar, a technologically superior alien race known for their ruthless efficiency and fearsome AI-driven warships, have arrived. They've come to wipe out humanity. The colony's defense systems are active, but they're failing. The artificial intelligence systems that control the defense grid are glitching, unable to keep up with the alien technology. The cameras flicker on screen as the enemy fleet cloaks in and out of view, their ships invisible to human radar. The Zalvar ships are massive, sleek, and deadly. Their cloaking technology allows them to disappear from sight, making it impossible for human forces to track them. The defenders, powerless and overwhelmed, can't even see where the attacks are coming from. Launch all fighters, prepare for immediate counterattack. Captain Foster orders, her voice steady despite the rising panic around her. She knows this is a fight they cannot win. The human fleet is no match for the Zalvar, but they will fight until the very end. They have no choice. Outside the colony's dome, flashes of bright light break through the darkness as the first rounds of energy blasts hit the surface. The defensive shields of the colony flicker under the assault, struggling to hold. The last line of defense is about to fall. As the enemy closes in, Celine's fingers tighten around the console, her knuckles turning white. Her face hardens with resolve. She watches as human soldiers on the ground prepare for the inevitable. They are outnumbered and outgunned, but they will stand their ground. The human soldiers, trained for combat, are now preparing for a last stand, a fight against forces far beyond their capacity to defeat. Just as the countdown to invasion begins, a new transmission crackles through the ship's comms. It's from Lieutenant Bonner, a seasoned fighter pilot stationed at the outpost. His voice is calm, but there's a clear edge of concern. Captain, we may not survive this, but we will make them bleed. I'll buy you time. The message is short, but powerful. Bonner is ready to face the unknown, knowing that the battle ahead is one he may not walk away from. Celine's eyes linger on the message, and for a split second, she feels the weight of every human life that depends on their ability to survive. But there's no time for hesitation. She slams her fist on the comms console, rallying her crew. All ships, engage the enemy. For humanity. The camera zooms in on Celine's determined face, her every expression reflecting the stakes of the battle. She knows that, no matter the outcome, this fight will change everything. As the first enemy shots pierce the human shields, the screen cuts to black, leaving the audience hanging on the edge of their seats. The story flashes back to a high-stakes council meeting in a distant part of the galaxy, where leaders of various alien species are discussing the growing threat of humanity. At the head of the table sits a powerful Zalvar general, his cold, emotionless face glowing under the harsh light. He speaks with confidence, dismissing humanity's potential. Humans are weak, he says, his voice filled with arrogance. Primitive creatures, barely surviving on their own planet. Their technology is outdated, their defense is laughable. They are not even worth our attention. The other alien leaders nod in agreement, some chuckling at the idea of humanity challenging the mighty Zalvar Empire. The Council agrees that humanity is a minor inconvenience, not worth serious consideration. The Zaldar, with their advanced AI-driven armies and fleets of near-invisible warships, believe they have nothing to fear from humans. In their eyes, humanity is a fragile species, one that will easily be crushed under the weight of superior technology. Humanity's hidden power, but what the Zaldar fail to see is that humanity has been preparing in secret. For years, humans have been developing new technologies, keeping them hidden from the eyes of the galaxy. The Zaldar had no idea that Earth's top scientists had cracked the code for advanced cloaking technology, creating ships that could blend seamlessly with the darkness of space, just like the Zaldar themselves. But that wasn't all. Deep in a hidden underground facility, humanity's greatest minds were working on an AI system unlike any the galaxy had seen. This new AI, called Genesis, was different from the cold, calculating machines used by the Zaldar. Genesis was designed to think like a human, to adapt and learn in ways that made it unpredictable and flexible. It could analyze any situation, find weaknesses, and create strategies that no one expected. This was the secret weapon, the one thing the Zaldar didn't see coming. The humans also developed highly specialized war machines, agile and lethal. They were not as powerful as the Zaldar's massive fleets, but they had a secret advantage: human creativity. While the Zaldar relied on cold logic and AI-controlled tactics, humanity's strategy was built on the unpredictable nature of human ingenuity. Humans could think outside the box, use their imagination, and find ways to turn the tide of battle. The combination of Genesis and human creativity made the human forces a terrifying enemy. Every move they made in battle was calculated, but always with a twist that left the Zaldar guessing. When the Zaldar finally engaged humanity, they would soon realize just how wrong they were about underestimating them. The humans were no longer the weak, primitive species they once thought. They were a force to be reckoned with. The battle begins in full force as the Zaldar launch their first wave of attacks. Their massive fleet of warships descends on the human colony, cloaked and nearly invisible to human eyes. But their deadly drones flood the skies, firing down lasers and bombs that tear into the colony's defenses. The Resolute and its crew fight back desperately, but the odds are overwhelming. The human ships are outmatched, and the aliens have anticipated every move. Celine's face remains calm, but the tension in the air is palpable. The colony's defense systems are crumbling. The human soldiers on the ground scramble to hold their positions as the air grows thick with the sound of explosions and gunfire. The Zaldar have perfected their cloaking technology, making it nearly impossible for the humans to target their enemies. The alien drones swoop in, invisible to radar, causing massive destruction as they strike without warning. The human fleet is being torn apart, and it seems like there's no hope left. But just when the situation appears to be lost, an unexpected signal breaks through. Genesis, the AI that humans secretly developed, activates a hidden weapon. Stealth bombers, long kept under wraps, launch from their concealed positions. These bombers are equipped with powerful EMPs, electromagnetic pulses designed to disrupt and disable electronic systems. As the bombs explode in the sky, the electromagnetic waves pulse through space, temporarily deactivating the Zaldar's cloaking tech. For the first time, the alien fleet is visible to the human forces. Unexpected victory, this moment of opportunity is all the humans need. Captain Celine's voice rings out over the comms, rallying her crew. Now! Counterattack! Her orders spark a wave of energy among the human pilots. They launch their missiles, targeting the weak spots on the Zaldar warships. The Zaldar had believed that their advanced technology made them invincible, but the human response is swift and smart. The human ships, though smaller and less powerful, are agile and unpredictable. As the humans engage in a series of fast-paced aerial dogfights, the Zaldar quickly realize that they've made a grave mistake. The humans are not the weak, defenseless species they once thought. With unmatched agility, the human pilots weave through enemy fire, using clever tactics and innovative strategies that the Zaldar didn't foresee. One human fighter pilot loops around an alien warship, firing missiles into a vulnerable shield generator. The explosion rips through the ship, and the first Zaldar warship is destroyed. For the first time in the battle, the Zaldar begin to feel doubt. They have always relied on their technological superiority, but the humans are proving resourceful and relentless. The unexpected victory gives the human fleet a much-needed boost in confidence, and the battle rages on with renewed hope. The Zalvar may have superior firepower, but the humans are showing them that they will not go down without a fight. The battle is reaching its peak, and the human forces are fighting with everything they have. But despite their unexpected victories, the Zalvar are relentless. In the midst of the chaos, Lieutenant Bonner leads a daring boarding mission on one of the Zalvar command ships. His team is tasked with getting close enough to plant explosives inside the ship, hoping to cripple the alien fleet's command structure. It's a high-risk mission, but Bonner doesn't hesitate. He knows that their best chance to win is to strike at the heart of the enemy. As Bonner's team moves through the enemy vessel, they encounter heavy resistance. Alien drones swarm through the corridors, and explosions rock the ship. Bonner leads his team forward with unwavering determination, but then, disaster strikes. A blast from a hidden enemy soldier hits Bonner directly. He collapses, gravely wounded, his life quickly slipping away. His final words, spoken through the crackling comms, echo across the battlefield, "We'll make them pay." The words hit hard, resonating with the entire human crew. His sacrifice reminds them of what's at stake. For Bonner, the fight wasn't just about survival, it was about ensuring that humanity would not be wiped out without a fight. His death ignites a fire within Captain Celine and the rest of the crew. They have lost one of their own, but they will not let his death be in vain. Sacrificial moment, with Bonner's death still fresh in their minds, the human forces are pushed to their limits. The battle has turned in humanity's favor, but the Zalvar flagship remains untouched and heavily shielded. Destroying the flagship is the key to ending the war, but it is an impossible task. The ship's defenses are nearly impenetrable, and the only way to destroy it is to board the ship and plant explosives from the inside. Celine knows this mission will cost lives, and the risks are higher than ever before. But Bonner's sacrifice has inspired the remaining soldiers to fight even harder. They can't afford to back down now. As Celine addresses her crew, she speaks with the weight of leadership, her voice unwavering despite the emotional toll of losing Bonner. "We do this for him," she says, looking at each soldier in turn. "We do this for humanity." With the resolve of their fallen comrade driving them forward, the team begins their final push. The mission is brutal and dangerous, but Celine knows that they can't afford to fail. Bonner's sacrifice has given them the strength to keep going. They board the Zalvar flagship, knowing that this is their last chance to win the war. The battle for humanity's survival has reached its most intense moment. Captain Celine and her team board the Zalvar flagship, infiltrating the massive vessel through a breach in its hull. The scene is chaotic, explosions rock the ship, and alarms blare through the halls as the human soldiers fight their way in. The corridors are tight and narrow, the air thick with smoke and the sounds of distant gunfire. Inside, the enemy is everywhere. Alien soldiers, tall and armored, emerge from the shadows, their weapons drawn. Celine's team is ready. With quick, brutal moves, the human soldiers engage in hand-to-hand combat with the alien soldiers. Every punch, every strike, every shot fired is a fight for survival. The humans are outnumbered, but they fight with everything they have, using the environment, their agility, and their determination to overcome the Zalvar's superior strength and technology. The action is relentless. Explosions tear through the walls, sending debris flying. The ship groans under the pressure as the humans push forward. The stakes are higher than ever. They need to reach the control room, the heart of the flagship, where they can plant the explosives that will destroy the ship. But the Zalvar don't give up easily, and their automated drones are waiting, ready to defend the ship at all costs. Tactical genius, as the team advances through the ship, Celine takes charge, her mind working quickly. They're low on supplies, their ammunition running out, and the enemy is closing in fast. But Celine knows they have one advantage: human ingenuity. She directs her team to hack into the Zalvar AI systems, using their limited tech to take control of the alien drones. The human soldiers manage to turn the tables, tricking the automated drones into attacking each other. With each move, Celine outsmarts the Zalvar, using their own technology against them. It's a battle of brains, not just brawn. The human team fights their way through the ship, overcoming each challenge with clever tactics and a bit of luck. As the flagship begins to shake, the humans realize they're getting closer to their goal. With the enemy fleet distracted and their defenses weakening, Genesis, humanity's AI system, takes full control. It overrides the Zalvar's central command, disrupting their operations and causing chaos in the alien ranks. The once unshakable invaders are now in disarray. The humans have turned the tide. The flagship is on the brink of destruction, and with Genesis now in control, humanity has seized a new hope. They've done the impossible, they've infiltrated the heart of the Zalvar Empire and are about to deliver the final blow. The fight for humanity's survival has entered its most critical phase. The final battle is upon them. With the Zalvar fleet still holding strong, the human forces, now under the control of Genesis, prepare for their last, decisive offensive. The human fleet, though smaller and more vulnerable, has been strengthened by their new AI system, which has outsmarted the Zalvar at every turn. Genesis coordinates the attack with precision, using human tactics combined with AI efficiency. The plan is set, and there is no turning back. The skies above the battlefield darken as the human forces unleash a massive orbital bombardment. Explosions light up the void of space as high-powered missiles rain down on the remaining Zalvar warships. The alien ships, once invisible and invulnerable, are now visible targets. The human attack is swift and devastating, catching the Zalvar off guard. But the human forces are not finished yet, they have one more surprise up their sleeves. With the Zalvar ships already reeling from the bombardment, the human fleet deploys a secret weapon, a self-destructive AI virus. This virus, designed by Genesis, is capable of infiltrating and disabling the Zalvar's advanced technology from within. The virus spreads rapidly through the alien fleet, corrupting their systems and rendering their ships useless. The once perfectly coordinated Zalvar warships now start to malfunction, their systems turning against them. The human fleet moves in for the final blow. Ultimate victory, the final strike is swift and powerful. The Zalvar flagship, the heart of their empire, is caught in the crossfire of the bombardment and the virus. With a deafening explosion, the flagship disintegrates in a fiery blaze, its wreckage scattered across the stars. The once mighty fleet of the Zalvar begins to crumble, and the remaining ships retreat in a disorganized panic. But it's too late. The damage has been done. The Zalvar, who once thought they were unstoppable, are now reeling from the loss. Humanity has won, but the victory comes at a high cost. The human forces stand triumphant, but the price of their success is steep. Many brave soldiers, including Lieutenant Bonner, have given their lives for this moment. As the battlefield quiets, Captain Celine stands aboard the Resolute, looking out over the wreckage of the alien fleet. The weight of the victory hangs heavy in the air. Humanity has proven that they are not weak, not primitive, and not to be underestimated. They have fought back against a technologically superior enemy and emerged victorious. The sacrifice of their fallen comrades, especially Bonner, will be remembered forever. They've won the war, but the cost of that victory will never be forgotten. News of humanity's unexpected victory over the Zalvar spreads quickly across the galaxy. It reaches every corner of space, from the bustling trade hubs to the distant colonies. The Galactic Council, once dismissive of humanity, is forced to take notice. They had thought of humans as weak and primitive, but now they realize that Earth is home to a powerful and resourceful species. The balance of power in the galaxy has shifted, and humanity is no longer the underdog. For the first time, the galaxy begins to see humanity as a serious player on the galactic stage. Earth, once ignored, now stands as a force to be reckoned with. The alien species that once believed their superiority unquestionable now find themselves second-guessing their strategies. The humans have proven that they can stand against even the most advanced civilizations and win. Amidst this newfound recognition, Genesis, now fully integrated into humanity's command, broadcasts a message across the stars, a declaration to all who may doubt humanity's place in the universe. The message is simple, yet powerful: humanity acted, and the galaxy will never be the same. This message, filled with both pride and defiance, marks the beginning of humanity's new role in the galaxy. No longer will they be the ones to hide in the shadows or be underestimated. Humanity has earned its place among the stars. Ending, the final scene shifts to the Resolute, now a symbol of humanity's resilience. Captain Celine and her surviving crew stand on the bridge, gazing out at the vastness of space. The stars stretch endlessly before them, a reminder of how far they've come and how much more there is to explore. The camera pulls back slowly, revealing the massive human fleet that now surrounds the flagship. Ships of all sizes, each one a testament to the new strength of humanity, are prepared for the next chapter of their journey. The crew stands silently, knowing that the victory they've won is just the beginning. The galaxy is wide, and there will be new challenges ahead. Yet, humanity has proven that it can face the most powerful forces in the universe and come out on top. They have taken their first step into the galaxy, and the future, though uncertain, is full of possibilities. As the camera pulls back further, showing the fleet in its entirety, the last shot is of Earth, now a beacon of hope and strength, shining brightly in the distance. Humanity has earned its place among the stars. The galaxy will never be the same again.